So in this video, we are going to discuss about functions. So what is function? Function is nothing but a set of code that we are repeating again and again so that we do not need to write the code again. Simple. So there are a lot of agains in this particular course, but in this lecture, but no problem. We'll solve it. Clear? So now let's start with a number, right? Because we are going to understand the function with the help of the numbers only. So I am initializing number 5. I'll go through a loop for I in range, and the range is from 1 to, let's suppose, 50, right? For all the 1 to 50 numbers, I want to print that number first of all, right? Let me run this, and now you can see we are having the value from 1 to 49. So let's go to 50. So let's write 51 here. Now for all these values from 1 to 50, I want to know how many values are even. To know how many values are even, what I need to do? I need to write the simple logic to find if a particular number is even or odd, right? So what we can do, we can write here that if I'm dividing I by 2 and it is giving you a remainder of 0, that means the number is nothing but an even, right? And else the number is odd, because here I am having just two possible cases, right? Either the number is even or the number is odd. And from here you can see the number is even. So let's print that particular number as well, just to see if everything is working correctly or not. And here you can see 1 is odd, 2 is even, 3 is odd, 4 is even, 5 is odd, 6 is even, right? So similarly, if you want to go for a special condition, like if a number is divisible by 7, you can find that particular case as well. Clear? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to write a function for it so that I do not need to write the logic in the for loop. I'm creating a function. And how to create a function? To create a function, we will use def. This is the keyword that we are using to create a function. Def, to define a function, and every function should have a name. So let's define the name, and the name that I'm defining is divisibility, right? I'll just define a short name of div. This is the name that I have defined, div. In this particular function, whenever I'm calling this function, what I will do, I'll pass the value inside this function, right? Because when I'm finding the length of a particular string, so I'm using len function. So here I need to, in this function, I need to pass anything, right? The name of the variable. So here in the div as well, I am passing a name, right? And the name is, let's suppose, a number. Means I am passing a number to this divisibility, and what it will do, if the number is divisible by 2, then we will print that this particular number is even. Otherwise, what we will print that this particular number is odd. Simple. So now what we can do, rather than writing this function now, right, rather than writing the code, we can just call this function div. And in this particular function, I can pass the value I, right? And yes, rest of the things are going to be the same. Means what is happening, I'm going for the value from I from 1 to 50. So if I'm writing div of I, so what will happen? Div of 1 will go here, means the value of I is 1. And here, because I'm having only one parameter, so value of n will become 1. It will check if 1 divisible by 2 is equals to 0, then it is even, otherwise it is odd. It will do the same for all the cases from 1 to 51. So now if I'm executing it, here you can see div is not defined, okay? We need to define it first, and after that we can call it, because it will execute line by line, okay? So first of all, I need to define the code, define the function. Once it is defined, after that I will call it. right? Because this is nothing but an interpreter interpret each line one at a time. And when what is happening when I'm writing in this particular way, so first of all it is using div function, but div function is not defined yet because it has gone through this first four lines, right? So because it has not find div function, because of that we are getting an error that div function is not defined, right? But now if we are executing it above it, so now you can see div function we have defined earlier, and after that we are calling it. Clear? So now you can see the output odd even odd even odd even. Here you can print the value n as well, just to print if we are getting the correct output or not. And from here as well you can see we are getting the correct output. Clear? And this is really good practice to write your code in form of functions, because let's suppose if you are using an arithmetic operation of adding a number, adding two numbers, three numbers, or five numbers, 10 number, or multiplying it. So in these particular cases you might not know that where you are getting the errors. When you are writing the code, let's suppose 500 lines of code, 1000 lines of code, in that particular case you are building different kind of logics, right? So to build different kind of logic you can use different kind of functions, so that you can see in the addition part you are having a problem, but division multiplication part is okay. So what you can do, you can just switch to that particular function which is giving you the value of addition, so you can check what is happening there, what is the problem. So this is a really good practice to use functions, because in functions it is really easy to debug the code. Just by seeing you can see this is a div function, right? We are calling this div function which is telling you that if the number is divisible by 1 or not. So here you can see if we are feeding this as an inbuilt function, right? So the whole line of code to get if a particular number is even or odd is just 2 lines. Right? So that is why using functions are really helpful for us, right? Like we have used the function to print the length of anything, right? So that is also the same. Like if I'm defining st, which is a string, and here I'm defining the length as Ashish, and to print the length of it we can use the simple function of len, right? And you can see how easy it is to use this function len. Otherwise I need to go for a logic to check how many characters I am having, and after that go for a variable to check how many characters I am having, and at the end we can print it. But now we are having just function len of lst. Clear? So similarly you can change the name of the divisibility to even odd as well. So you will give them a number and it will tell you that what the number is all about, if that particular number is even or odd, right? Let's print the function like div, and here we are printing a value, let's suppose a larger value. And now if we are running it, here you can see this div is telling you that this particular value that you are getting 567867653 is an odd number, right? So yes, that's pretty much it, and this is how you can use functions in your code. Thank you.